Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. I love that intro. That shit always makes me get with the. Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Previously on Today, the podcast. You know, the one with the mostest and the hostess, and you know, gunshots and all that. It's your boy Prank, followed by my boy LMO. He seems to be sleeping right now.
Yeah, what up? It's your boy Reckless Elmo here. Previously on Today.
Yeah.
Shout out to the boy Speechless. And the boy Marv, Bravery Studios. You already know they're in the boards and the ones and twos. They keeping it together.
Shout outs to everyone.
Episode 32.
32.
Damn, time is going by fast. It's been over 6 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
6 months, man.
Over 6 months.
Over 6 months?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's, I think, 7 months now.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
6 months. It was at 23. Yeah.
Damn.
So next week?
Holy shit.
No, moron. That was 23. That was freaking 10 episodes ago.
We can't count.
So yeah, but let's get into our
Today's-
no. Fuck this top story shit, nigga. What you do last weekend, my nigga?
What did I do last weekend?
Yeah, bro.
Where did he disappear to
Why?
last
Yeah,
week?
where were you?
I was on a side mission. I was called to from you know
He
the
was
president
being
and stuff.
he was being a side hoe.
Nah, I had something. I had a prior engagement. I had a.
You got engaged?
Yeah,
What?
I didn't tell anybody about it, but I got engaged to myself.
Alright.
Yeah.
That
But
was
nah,
whack.
I had a manager's meeting.
Okay. How'd that go?
It was alright. It was regular
Okay, so that's why I had
manager's
speech
meeting. You know,
step
Yeah.
in for you yesterday.
he
Because you was sleeping at home.
yesterday.
Nah, I mean.
Nah, man, it was last week.
Last week. Why am I thinking about yesterday?
I don't know, but that episode's really funny
Oh, thank you.
because I was watching what I caught was like the live stories, and I
Okay.
didn't even hear those stories from myself, so I was just as surprised as you guys were, and that shit was hilarious.
Yeah,
Shit was funny.
Yeah,
it was definitely funny.
but aside from that, man, this weekend I just caught a few movies, relaxed, chilled at home. Actually, not really. I was working most of the weekend. Even if it was my weekend off, I was still in work, work mode. How's your weekend?
My weekend was pretty good. I actually I did a lot of stuff at the A World Studios. I met up with a couple of people too. I also I'm performing again
Okay.
this Friday
Yeah.
for DJ
what's up.
Santana shit. He's having a
what's up.
whole event going around. And what else did I do? I did more Lyft, so I could get more stories for you guys. I did a lot of Lyft actually. I Lyft today too.
Damn, you got some gains.
I don't know what that means. But listen, this weekend was it was pretty quiet. You wasn't around, so
Damn.
yeah, it was.
It's my fault.
Mostly work. Nah, I chill with you once in a while during the weekend because you be working too during the weekend. So like, I barely get to even chill nowadays. And if I do, it's usually like after, like really really dark and shit like that. And it's at night. And then I want to go do Lyft at night too. So like I'll be leaving like around 11, 12.
It gets dark at like 5 or 6.
Now, this
Yeah,
like
now.
last 2 weeks,
Yeah.
maybe. But
That's almost a month now. Almost?
yeah,
Really? No? I don't know.
it's 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks. I'm bugging.
Um,
I can't tell time.
Now, let's get into our top stories, right? And our first top story, we got the pros and cons for Disney Plus, right? That launched yesterday at 12 midnight.
Midnight, yep.
And I woke up to it and I was like, oh, I gotta watch this. So I subscribed for the free week. And they give me that free week, my man. Let me see what's going on. And then I'm like, oh shit, they got all of this. All right, give me the $14.99 one because I want to watch Hulu too. And it was cool, yo. They have a lot of shit in it.
Yeah.
We're also gonna be reviewing the first episode of The Mandalorian, right? The new series on Disney Plus, which it takes place in the universe of Star Wars. And we're also doing the Terminator. What is it? Dark Fate.
Yeah,
review.
Dark Fate review. Yeah.
Dark Fate review.
That's one of the movies that we caught this weekend.
Yeah.
For John.
For John.
For John.
For John.
Put the cookie down.
Put the cookie back
John.
in my pants.
Put the cookie down.
Ah.
Hasta la vista, baby.
No, that's it. Okay, and we're also doing your book report for Doctor Sleep, and we're
Yeah.
gonna be doing like the book report and the movie review because we also saw the movie.
Yeah. Lit.
And it was pretty lit. So let's get into Disney Plus
Disney Plus.
pros and cons.
Or minus.
Hey, Disney Plus or minus.
So, Disney, you son of a bitch.
All right, so
You got all of us, man.
that's a fact. Yeah, I woke up and I saw this shit. I'm a fire stick. I'm like, oh my god.
I couldn't believe you forgot, man. I fucking woke up and I was upset that I was at work and I couldn't take advantage of this shit.
I started, bro. There's so much shit in there that I started watching shit that I already saw like last week. I was like, oh, Spider-Man, Ultimate Spider-Man. I was like, click. I watched like 5 episodes of like 10 shows, like, season 1 type shit. So I started mad shows again. Well, some of the pros, right, for this streaming services, right, is it brings our childhood memories back.
Yeah.
With movies, series, animes, what they don't bring back.
They got the original Spider-Man. They got
Yeah.
all types of
The
Spider-Man.
1979 Spider-Man,
Yeah.
the
The
90s,
X-Men show.
the X-Men
The
show.
X-Men show.
They got Spider-Man's and Amazing Friends.
They got Avengers Assemble.
Jesus, they got everything.
They
all
got-
the Avenger movies. Oh, except I believe it's Spider-Man Homecoming.
They got Lizzie McGuire.
The Mighty
I don't
Ducks,
watch-
man.
They got the
heck?
Mighty Ducks.
Yo, it's just it's so much and there's so much to take in.
Yeah.
That you really get overwhelmed with all this information that they're giving you, and it's not even just information that it's new information. It's just old information that you haven't seen in like a couple years, and you wish to watch. You wish to watch something like Doug and
Oh yeah, Doug. That was a surprise when I saw Doug. I'm like, what the fuck, Doug?
you
Fucking
get
Doug, bro.
Don't they have
Isn't that funny?
the monsters? What's the name of that show?
That just went over your heads.
That there was a monster that hold his eyes like it.
Go-Go's?
The what?
Real Monsters?
Yeah.
That's on it?
Yeah.
Get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Gargoyles is in it.
I know Gargoyles is on it. But Are Real
DuckTales.
Monsters?
Yeah. I could have sworn I saw it.
You sure you wasn't high?
I might have been. But
When aren't you?
and they're also like not only that they're bringing your childhood memories, but they're bringing you new memories with new characters I've never been seen before in the
Yeah.
cinematic universe or anime. You get me? Like they're bringing really new stuff to it, and I'm enjoying it. My bad, yo. I thought it was a fly. It was a fucking something flying
I'm like,
around.
what the fuck are you clapping at? It's over here
He's
doing
that happy, bro.
He over here doing the LeBron clap.
So
Disney Plus.
Disney Plus. So yeah, and also, yo, I fucking love animals, bro. National Geographic. National Geographic.
I love animals. Fuck.
Yeah, that's actually how they have it on my notes. It says I love animals. Fuck.
Yeah, it was an inside joke, man.
That's a fact. That's a fact. They have all the Pixar movies. What?
Yeah, do they have all of them?
They own Pixar.
That's
It
true.
looked like it.
Yeah.
They had A Bug's Life.
Oh, man, that's my movie.
You know.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna say again. I'm just saying the pros,
The pros, man. The
the
pros.
pros right now.
You was just saying the prongs.
I'm saying the pros right now, right? You could bundle it up with Hulu, and it comes out way cheaper
Hey,
than
It's and ESPN. Yeah.
and ESPN Plus,
Yeah.
and it comes out way cheaper than whatever you could ever get. It was like
comes
what,
out
$14,
it comes-
$15?
No, it comes out. There's two different prices for Disney Plus right now.
$7
14.
and 14.
It's $12.99.
It's $12.99. I thought it was $13.99.
Nah, it's $12.99.
I thought it was $13.99.
Nah, because they trying to get you because the original price for the regular Disney Plus is $7, $6.99, right?
Yeah.
With the taxes, whatever, it gets close to like $8, right?
Yeah.
So they're trying to get you with the $12.99 bundle with the Hulu and ESPN Plus, because that's gonna turn out to be like I guess 14 after taxes and all that.
Yeah.
after it's said and done.
I think Hulu right now is about $6.99.
But here's the kicker. So for anybody that originally has Hulu, they're not telling you to not subscribe to Hulu anymore. If you let them know that you want the bundle, like you don't have ESPN Plus, but you got Hulu, you just let them know, and then they deduct the Hulu from the account, and then you pay a different amount. Like they give you a different invoice.
Yep.
So instead of
but you-
$12.99, you pay a different price. You
But
pay
you
for
gotta
that
have-
in ESPN.
You gotta have the same login though. I
Yeah.
did see that. You gotta have the same login on your
The same
Hulu.
email.
Yeah, the same email.
Yeah, which is all right. No doubt.
Some people don't.
Fuck
You
them.
might be surprised.
But and then they also got another deal that I just found out today.
What?
If you're a Verizon subscriber, if you got cable and shit from Verizon or I guess internet or phone or whatever, you get 1 year free subscription from Disney Plus on them.
Damn, they're squeezing the milk out of those teats.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. And I'm glad to be a Verizon customer
And yo, bro,
because I'm about to get that shit for free.
and the 1 year is gonna go like this.
It
and,
don't
and
matter,
they're gonna
man.
have to pay it.
It don't matter. I'm gonna pay it, but I'm gonna be saving money for a year, chilling. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be watching the Falcon and the Winter Soldier for free,
That's the one.
chilling.
That's the one. Yeah, that's the one that
Chilling.
matters right now.
That shit matters. That shit matters.
Yes. Yo, and another pro is that the quality of this videos and series and little short series that they have for either animation or it's so clear, especially in your TV. Your TV whack. Your shit from like 2005. So like you know that shit is not HD or nothing,
you,
and
man.
it looks HD. Like how is it not HD
My,
and it looks
my
HD?
fucking TV is HD, man. It's just not true HD. Okay, calm down.
Yeah.
They
All right.
provide a 4K.
I know. So
You can't see
imagine-
4K in this
No,
nigga's
you can't
TV.
see it on my TV. But what I'm saying is, if I had a nice TV, that shit'd look
What?
fucking
Yo,
dope.
wait until Thanksgiving, yo. I'm gonna watch that in my living room.
You're gonna give
Everybody
him.
invited.
You're gonna give him a
Shit.
TV.
I don't have 4K, but it looks like it.
His TV's bigger than mine. That's all I know.
That's what she said.
I said TV.
That's what she said.
That's what I just said. That's what anybody would say when they look at your TV in comparison to mine. Television set.
How you call it? It's okay. So let's move on to the cons, right? Once we log into the whole Disney Plus stuff, you will notice that there's multiple title cards. So that means that some of the movies and the shows are like once you go into that A through C movies, right? You'll see double of the title cards.
Yeah, they
You get
popped
me?
up twice.
Yeah, they pop up twice. So that's like minor.
We didn't even get to M on the list. You remember it stopped?
Yeah,
it cut off
that
at
was
M
another
yes,
thing,
it
too.
also stopped at M.
when it's supposed to be A to Z.
But you know what, bro? They're giving me so much like stuff right now to watch that I don't even give a fuck about that shit.
Yeah,
Like,
I
as
know.
long as I can watch shit.
Yeah, no. But there's other cons to it too.
Yes, there's also there's technical errors with the homepage. Sometimes the
Yeah.
homepage won't load up.
Yeah.
And as well, like if
The episodes weren't in order.
the episodes weren't in order.
That shit was crazy. We had tried to put Spider-Man, the original one from the 90s. And I'm here thinking we watching season 1, episode 1, because that's what it says. But then, like, we watching it and we're like,
That ain't it.
this ain't it.
That's not how it starts.
I'm thinking it's it because that's what it says. That's what it told me.
Nah, I told you, man.
Yeah.
For some reason, when it caught me off guard where it said Venom Returns Chapter 10. I'm like, what?
Yeah, and I realized it like halfway through because I'm like, yeah, nah, they're definitely not starting the story from this because it's not like the way they do it now with the Spider-Man stories getting spin-offs and then they do like a different
There gotta be some type of
subtitle.
origin, some type of origin for each series.
That series is the origin for Spider-Man Unlimited.
Yeah.
That's what I was telling y'all yesterday, that the Spider-Man Unlimited, when he goes to space, and he's on a whole different planet when he goes to space.
I gotta check it out.
And
'cause
that's
I
when
must
he
have seen,
got
like,
the
a few
black and
episodes.
red suit instead of the red and
But he
blue.
had that suit before he went into space. That was the suit that he had. I forgot who gave it to him or how he made it or whatever. But he put it on right before he went on the spaceship and trying to.
Mr.
Oh,
Fantastic.
Mr. Fantastic? Oh, okay. That's dope. I didn't know that. And that nigga fucking put that shit on right before he went into space to track down Venom and Carnage. And then he ended up going to a whole different planet, different universe type shit. Like they got sucked in a black hole or something. And then that was it. Like it only lasted for like a season or two. It wasn't that long.
It wasn't popular.
Nah. But I was watching it because I was a fan of the original series that it spun off from. I watched that whole thing. And the way that shit ended, bro, like, if y'all have you seen it, Chris? Because I don't want to spoil
I've
it.
seen the ending. I just don't understand why they made a spinoff.
They fucking had a cameo in the last episode
The greatest cameo.
from fucking Stan Lee.
Yeah.
Shout out to my
But
man Stan.
it
He
wasn't
had
just
his
it
1 year
wasn't just
anniversary.
it wasn't just a cameo of him playing a character and they didn't know who it was. It was the legit Stan Lee. Because in the whole series of that particular Spider-Man, we saw it in that episode where we thought that it was episode 1, that he speaks to Madam Web.
Yeah.
All right. So Madam Web be letting this motherfucker teleport to different universes and shit, right? So in the last episode, he goes to Madam Web, and Madam Web puts him in this universe, right, where he's the hero, where he's he's been the subject of this folklore that has been popularized and shit, right? And he basically goes and sees Stan Lee, and Stan Lee sees Spider-Man, and he's like, "What the fuck? Like, I created you. Like, what are you doing here?" And he's the legit Spider-Man, and he's the legit Stan Lee, and he takes him swinging around New York City.
Oh, I remember that episode. Yeah. Now that you tell me
That
about him
shit
swinging with
was-
Stanley, well, yeah.
That shit was lit, man. I remember watching that shit as a kid. Like, yo, this shit crazy right now. The way they doing this fucking meta, human shit. Like, I'm not meta human. Meta, what's that shit called?
Metahuman?
Not meta human. When they break the fourth wall. When it feels
Fourth wall
I think
breaking?
it's just called meta. Yeah, it's just meta. Yeah, that's just the term. Like, that shit was so meta.
How about you metal these nuts in your mouth, my nigga? So all right.
And that was
So
whack.
then,
That was whack.
people laugh, but listen.
That shit was a soundbite,
Another,
motherfucker.
another.
I'm trying to get this credit that you don't deserve.
Why you so
nigga.
mad? But listen, another con
What's in your wallet?
of the Disney Plus stuff, right, is that what?
Nah, fuck that, man. Disney Plus, it up, is what I say.
No, but everything is out of order.
Who gives a shit?
I don't like. I don't like that. I have to like if I press a Marvel, I want to have all the Marvel shit there. I don't want to be having to go to search and then type up this and that.
Yeah.
To look up for something that I know that it's there.
Yeah.
You get me? So I want them to get that fixed. Other than that, bro, I love the deleted scenes that they put up. You feel me, for like all the Avenger movies.
Yeah. That shit
The
was
director
lit.
cuts. I also like that they give us like this little how to assemble a universe and how to expand the universe. One of them is before Endgame and the other one is after Endgame. So I like what they're giving me because they're really giving me. They're not only giving me old content. Like I really thought that when they first launched their app and their Disney Plus stuff, it was just gonna be old content. There was gonna be no new content. And so far, everything that I've seen is kind of new. Like I'm about 60%, because I also seen like hella Spider-Mans and Avengers Assemble stuff, and that's old stuff.
How you ain't know that they were gonna drop new content?
Because you told me that the newest shit that we wanted to, that was my fault, because not only did I'm not a Star Wars fan, you get me, because the Mandalorian is new stuff.
Yeah.
So it's the world in Jeff
the world according to Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, the world according to Jeff Goldblum, that's new too. I saw a little bit of it, but I didn't keep. I kind of fell asleep.
I want to watch that shit. That shit sounds funny.
It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool in the beginning.
Yes. This table. This table is part wood and part marble and glass, and there seems to be 4 legs that seem to support said table. No, it's not good.
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about
Jeff
that.
Goldblum?
Huh?
I thought it was alright.
Yeah.
No, I was trying to,
It was
see
alright.
if my
It was. I only saw like about 10 minutes of it. It's like a 30-minute episode, some shit like that, or like an hour. So yeah, I kind of like it. Other than that, bro, I can't wait to see what Hulu brings into Disney Plus and what Disney Plus puts on Hulu, because I also heard that the rated R stuff, they're gonna put it in Hulu, right? So whatever Disney
had like the Fox rated R shit.
yeah.
That would make sense. That's probably why we didn't see that much Fox content.
Well, that's what they said, that they couldn't put the rated R stuff on Disney Plus, so they were gonna put it on Hulu.
That makes sense why they have the whole deal with them in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
So yeah, so I'm definitely excited to see what else brings this whole what is it, streaming services going on, right? And Disney Plus, they had my money way before. Like as soon as that shit was announced, they had my money. I ain't even care. I was like, I'm deleting Netflix. I'm deleting
You wildin'.
my cell phone.
You wildin'.
Everything.
You're not deleting Netflix. Now you lying.
I'm not. I'm just making somebody else pay for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
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 What?
Trap off the bandwagon.
Yeah.
Wow.
You feel me? Like I'm paying for Disney Plus, you pay for Netflix. There you go. What? Yeah, that's a fact.
Okay.
Yeah. Why not? You can have multiple accounts.
Cause motherfucker, get your own.
What you mean get my own?
You don't want to share it with me? You telling me to get my own?
Cause you ain't share with me. That's why I ain't share with you. Cause I
outta here.
asked you for your Hulu password how long ago? My nigga, it was like
I
over
gave it to
6.
you.
No, you didn't. I would have been watching shit. Yeah.
You gotten tight now.
Yeah, bro. Like, yo, I've been asking this guy for like 6 months. Yeah, let me get your Hulu. Actually, no, the first one I asked you for was Amazon Prime, because we were watching.
Nah, but that's different. That's different. You wanted to get the password for my Amazon Prime so you could keep on watching Entourage.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, keep on watching Entourage.
Yeah, you saw it already.
So?
You started it without me.
Nah, I was rewatching it, dog, because there was a lot of shit that I fucking forgot. I haven't seen Entourage in years until that last binge watch that we just did a few weeks ago.
If anybody important in here with the Entourage script or anything, yo, remake another one.
This motherfucker.
Listen,
With
man,
the
forget
same
about the old
niggas.
and let's go into the new with the Mandalorian.
Yeah, word.
That nigga tight.
He mad because he ain't watched that show. He
I don't
always
give a
get mad.
fuck
He
about
always
that
gets mad when
show.
he don't give a fuck about
Don't give
shit.
a fuck about that.
Fuck it,
Yo, what the fuck is that title card?
What's good with this image of the Mandalorian?
Yeah,
That shit-
he
That
stretched
was
out.
Chris.
Yeah, Chris, what's wrong with
What's
you,
good?
It's
with
a
you.
dope picture when it's smaller.
Chris? Chris, what the fuck?
I think the janitor did
We
that
want
one.
people to know what we're talking about.
That's the Mandalorian.
Yeah, it's the Mandalorian.
All right. Well,
In this episode, we learned about the travels of a lone gunfighter.
there you go. Finally.
What?
Talk,
What you mean talk, man?
bird ass nigga.
You be talking and I'll be listening.
All right.
All right.
That's what I like.
All right. But anyway, we learned about this Mandalorian, for lack of a better word.
You still don't know where you at?
What do you mean? I know where I'm at. You know where you're at?
Yeah.
But anyway, he's a bounty hunter, and it takes place in the far reaches of the galaxy, and it takes place after Return of the Jedi. I'm not too sure of the exact timeline. I don't know exactly how many years.
3 years.
It's 3 years?
3 years after Yoda dies. Yoda died in Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, and it's the fall of the New Republic, right?
See.
And then it's right before, well, not right before, but it's years before The Force Awakens.
Yep.
So the New Order hasn't been made yet.
Not even a thought of.
Not even thought of. This motherfucker's still in Han Solo's nutsack.
Yep.
But this particular story stars Pedro Pascal, who you may remember from the Narcos show.
He was a Spanish dude from Narcos.
Yeah. And he was also yeah. He was also on what's that movie that was on Netflix? The Netflix original. It was him, Ben Affleck, Charlie Hunnam.
Yes, that was a good movie.
What the fuck was the name of
I
that
know
movie?
you're talking about.
You remember that movie, bro?
I don't know what the fuck is
No,
that.
no.
Six play?
Nah. The fuck was the name of that movie? Anyway, it's fucking losing me right
I'm
now.
gonna find it right now. Don't worry.
But that movie was
I don't know
dope.
what the fuck these niggas talking about.
Anyway, you don't. He was in Game of Thrones? Oh, okay. Oh, what's up? We got people on the chat.
Triple Frontier.
Triple Frontier?
Yeah, that was another
yes. Triple Frontier. Triple Frontier was the movie with the donkeys and climbing up the hill with the money, and then it fell, and that shit was crazy.
Yo, my man, get on the Mandalorian.
Yeah, man,
I don't know what the fuck you talking about right now.
But anyway, this story, right, takes place. It starts off with this guy going into a bar, and spoiler alert, by the way, if you guys haven't seen this show.
Spoiler on everything.
Spoiler,
that's about to happen,
spoiler.
Especially the ending.
On everything, because we're about to talk about the show, spoiler alert, and the movies. and
Spoil
all
on
that
your
bullshit.
milk. Wait, what are you talking about? We're still in the Mandalorian,
Yeah, I
right?
know, but I'm just giving them a head start, you know?
This is how we spoiling the end, bro. If it's only one episode.
Because, you know, this milk is spoiled.
Okay.
But anyway, he goes inside this bar and he just wants to drink, but apparently he's there for something else. But these motherfuckers want to start shit with him, and this motherfucker shows how much of a badass he is. And then he comes and gets this guy that he apparently was sent to get as a bounty. And we see a little bit of carbonite action. We see a little bit of callbacks to the earlier movies. It's a very good show, and he gets another mission, right? He gets sent on this mission from this guy who apparently is left over from the New Republic
With a raspy voice.
With a raspy voice.
Yo, what's going on in the chat?
So raspy voice man. So raspy voice man, he tells this guy to go and get this dude who's apparently supposed to be 50 years old, and it's like a real threat to the galaxy, and they want him back. But they said, one person said they want him back alive. This motherfucker was like, I don't give a fuck if you kill him, but I'll give you more money if you bring him back alive. And they give him no description, no even device that gives like a holographic image of him. They didn't give him anything. They just said where his whereabouts was going to be at, and he was going to find somebody that was going to lead him the way to him or whatever. And then fast forward, you see him go and meet up with this Nick Nolte looking creature on this big ass monster that they roll like horses. That shit was crazy. That they he almost killed him and shit. I'm bouncing all over the place because I'm trying to think about chronologically how it went through. But anyway, long story short, this motherfucker ends up finding this guy that he was looking for. And, oh yeah, I have spoken. That was dope. They ended up running into this dude who apparently was guarding that 50-year-old person that he had the bounty on. And turns out, it's a baby Yoda.
Wait, did we go through the whole episode?
Wait,
already?
no. Don't forget. Before we get to that part, we gotta talk about the fight, bro. Listen, man, this show had a lot of action. And that fight at the end with the android that was Taika Waititi. That nigga was
I forgot all
hilarious.
about that. I
He
forgot
kept
all
trying
about
to
that.
self-destruct.
Oh, yeah, I forgot all about that robot.
Yo, okay, but did we explain the whole show?
No.
Nah.
We haven't.
Yeah, this
Nah.
nigga. Ah, okay.
Bro.
No, because I heard him say already the end, and I'm like, wait, that's the end.
Yeah.
Where's
Fuck
the
it.
beginning?
Baby Yoda. That shit was too much.
That
That's the only
shit was
thing
too much.
That's the only thing I kept remembering all day was the little fucking finger touch that they did at the
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 end.
Baby
thing, bro,
Yoda, yeah.
That shit was crazy, yo. Baby Yoda.
That I'm not gonna lie,
That was
yo.
cute.
That was pretty cool.
It was 50 years
I'm
old.
not
though.
gonna lie, and the whole Yoda concept is cool as hell to me. Like
Yeah.
that was that one
It's not
concept.
Yoda. We gotta keep this in mind. It's not Yoda.
I know, no,
I know, but it's from
but
his
it's
race.
his race.
It's
Yeah.
his race.
Let's just call that nigga Yoda.
It's called the race
Fuck it.
Yoda.
Yeah, let's call it
You
race.
don't know if
He's a
that's his kid,
Yodalorian.
though.
It
What?
doesn't matter. It's still his race. How would that be his kid if there was only one of his kind?
Nah, see, this is the thing.
He had to
new
be, like,
this. You new to
cloned.
this game right now. There was a chick before. There was a female version of that race before.
Yeah.
She's dead.
But we don't know.
We don't know if
They
that's
never
her kid either.
they never explained whether or not Yoda was something that grew or like, came out of somebody's womb.
Their species is very rare, and they're only like
Yeah.
one at a couple 100 years.
Yeah, so we don't know how they're even brought into
They
existence.
could be cloned.
They could have been birthed out of a flower.
He said it was 50 years old.
Off a
Yoda
tree.
died at 900. He got a long life.
Yeah.
Hey yo, what's going on in the chat?
What?
They going back and forth in the chat about being bi-curious.
What? Who the fuck is talking about that shit?
Yo, shout outs to everybody in the chat. Shout outs to Hyrule Hunter,
Yoda pulled a
Hunter.
Piccolo.
Marvin McQueen. We got Speech the Menace. Rick Selmo, that's me. You already know.
Shout
Dave
out
Belito.
to previously on today.
Shout outs to people down today.
Now Dave in the chat.
Shout outs to Dave Belito. You already know, man. Yo, all right. Other than the chat, I'm sorry, guys. I'm getting like a little bit sidetracked. But
Yeah.
the show, I don't like Star Wars. That's why I let you talk. I let you say what you had to say and stuff. Are you done, or you got more to say?
He said, "Are you done or you good?"
Are you done and you finished?
Are you done, or you
Y'all
finished?
done and y'all finished?
But I don't like Star Wars, and this show really had my attention.
Episode 2 this Friday.
Episode 2 this is
Oh
Friday.
yeah, I forgot to tell you that. I found
I'm
out
watching
about
it.
that earlier.
I'm
Yeah.
watching it. So this show really had my attention from the beginning, from when the bounty hunter or whatever, the Mandalorian, right? That's what we're gonna call him.
Yeah, when he
Yeah.
went to the bar.
Went to the bar, and they were like torturing some blue dude. Was it blue or green? He was.
Nah, he was blue.
He was blue, right?
It was like
Yeah.
a Smurf.
Some little Smurf with like tentacles on his face and stuff like that. And he killed everybody else. The guy was trying to thank him, and he was like, "No,
Frozen.
my boy, I'm coming for you.
Yeah.
Like I'm here for you. I'm just making sure that they don't kill you. I have to kill you.
I have to take you in.
Yeah, I have to take you
I gotta
in.
get this bounty.
He was like, I could either bring you in cold or alive. You pick. And he did both.
Yeah.
He took him alive and then froze his ass.
Because he was trying to one up the Mandalorian. You don't
Yeah.
do
Yeah,
that.
for real,
Yeah.
man. And
You
you know
don't
what
do
the
that.
Mandalorian did?
Froze that nigga. And what's it called?
Carbonite.
Carbonite.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
froze
the
the nigga
shit
in
that
carbonite.
they did that to my man Han Solo.
They did that to Han Solo?
Yeah.
Han Solo burger?
Yeah.
So after that, right, they show how the Mandalorian goes and gets and trades his bounty for either money or currency, whatever they used back then. He has a new job, right?
Credits.
Credits. Yeah.
That's what they're called.
He has a new job, and this guy is like, he's like, I'm gonna give you half now, half when you bring the guy. I think whatever the dude is, or they didn't even say a name. They just said he was 50 years old, and they gave him like coordinates, right, to go and find him, type shit. They gave him this weird block of metal, and then you see the Mandalorian going to his Mandalorian, I guess, village.
Yeah, you guys are repeating the whole thing all over again.
I ain't hear him. That's why I asked if he was done.
See, my man goes through major points while my other man is literally going through points.
He's bringing up points that I didn't bring up, so I'm
Yeah,
actually
right.
listening. Like, okay,
You know what? The Mandalorian, he did it for John.
he did it for John. For John.
Can we shout out my man John?
For John. For John Connor.
All right. So
All in all, it's a great show.
it's a great show. You gotta watch it. You gotta watch
We
it.
definitely
Pretty much.
recommend it. We are definitely going to be tuning in to the episode that's coming on Friday.
Yes.
Coming out on Friday.
Yes. But you know what? We're not gonna give you a review of every episode.
No,
That's
Nah.
gonna be a little bit too much.
series,
So
season.
maybe like when
season.
half of the series or full series pop out, we'll give you everything and how it went and how we liked it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We gotta keep notes though of what we liked in each
We
episode.
can't talk about each episode because then we'd be here all day.
Yeah, that's a fact. Now, so let's get into Terminator Dark Fate.
Yeah.
Right?
Shout out to John.
For John. For John.
That's what it is. It's for John.
Yeah.
Ah, shit.
My man John Connor.
Yeah, John Connor.
I got you. You already know, man. You too. Shout outs to Hyrule Hunter. He said everyone in the chat smash that follow button. I got you. You already know, man. We will just make sure you subscribe, you share, you like, and you tell your friends about it. And my shit went live.
What?
No? Okay. So yeah, man. That movie was basura. Yes and no.
What?
The
Dark Fate?
Terminator Dark Fate.
Nah.
It wasn't.
I
not gonna lie.
gotta admit, I was pleasantly surprised with this movie. I mean, I knew that this movie was gonna be good, but I didn't think it was gonna be as good as it was. Like,
They
You
brought
see,
the
I
original
didn't think
team
it was
back,
gonna be
bro.
good.
That's why.
it's not okay. The original team, you mean Linda Hamilton, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and James Cameron?
Yeah.
What did James Cameron do on this film that he didn't do on Genesis?
More input?
Whack. Yeah, no, I don't think so, bro.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I think it has something to do with they added Tim Miller as the director. I think it has something to do with the fact that they brought back Linda Hamilton. I definitely agree with you on that. The fact that she was on screen, to me, she was one of my favorite characters in the whole movie. Like, I love the fact that she was still just as much of a badass as she was in the second one, if not even more. And I think it had to do with the fact that they picked up right after the second one and they ignored what happened with the other ones, but they didn't kind of make it seem like that future happened still. They went on a whole new timeline. And I don't know. I just particularly liked it. And I do agree. I think James Cameron definitely gave more input on this one.
Yeah,
But-
because they were grabbing source, material from the second.
Yeah, exactly. And, he definitely had to approve of that. And
He's the one that killed John.
what do you mean?
That's the Terminator that killed John.
Oh, the T-800 that's in the movie, yeah.
Yeah, he
That
was
once-
the one that wanted him to be axed off.
But what didn't... Okay, so this is what I didn't get. So apparently they sent back 2 T-800s at the same time. So this other motherfucker was just like a backup. But he wasn't shown at all.
What are you
Do
talking
I-
about?
They said that that the other T-800, the one that's in the movie, Carl,
Yeah.
that motherfucker went back around the same time as either the first T-800 from like the first movie, or he came back as a secondary.
I think he came as a backup
I think he came as a backup for either the first movie or the second movie, but he came as a
for the
backup.
second. For the second.
So they sent the liquid one, the T-1000, right? I think it's called, and then they sent him as a backup.
No, this is, I guess, further down the line. I don't know. It's complicated.
It can't be further down the line because if the second movie worked and they said that the future didn't exist, you get what I'm saying?
It's weird where that second one, this one that came back, exactly came from.
Yeah, I had a little bit of problem with that. The fact that happened and the fact that she said that T-800 stood around and it kept giving her coordinates throughout the years.
a family.
Yo, that motherfucker had a whole family. He had a whole stepson.
It became human over what 20 years.
That shit was funny though. I gotta admit that was clever. The fact that they did it. You know what I thought they were gonna do, and I was upset that they didn't do, but I was also happy they didn't do because I was gonna be like, how did they find their ways to explain this one? I originally thought that T-800 that was in the cabin from the trailers, I thought that was the one that went down like this in T2.
Oh no, that one's dead.
I
With
know.
Thumbs up.
I know it was dead, but I kept thinking like, how the fuck are they gonna write this new T-800 in this film? Because I didn't see Genesis all the way, but I know Genesis, Jenny Smith, whatever the fuck. But apparently they wrote that shit a whole different way, and apparently it was all the way back to the first Terminator, and they changed the whole storyline. And apparently he saved Sarah Connor when she was a kid and raised Sarah Connor.
Yeah, that was complicated. That's why they're like, yeah, let's wipe the shit out of the way.
Yeah.
And they did good. I really enjoyed the film. I like how they introduced those two new characters.
Flash.
There's no episode this week. There was no episode this week.
Damn. I'm sorry.
The new characters they introduced.
Congratulations,
were dope.
you played yourself. But the new characters in this one, in Dark Fate, that chick that they sent back, who's like a hybrid human/cyborg, she was dope. Mackenzie Davis, she was hot.
Beautiful eyes.
Yeah, she was definitely a breath fresher air.
She's a breath fresher.
Yeah, a breath fresher. But it was something like it was also like the Salvation. Cause was it Salvation like that too?
It's muddy.
The dude from Avatar. What's his name? Sam Worthington, right?
Yeah.
In Salvation, he did the same thing. They did the same thing in Salvation. He was a part human, part cyborg. Now that I think about it.
Yeah, they were getting to the point where this girl is. I think they just perfected it with her
Yeah.
more than him. So
Well,
who
yeah,
knows?
because
the
he was.
timelines changed though, you know.
Yeah,
But I like the chick Danny. Like I believed her.
I didn't. That shit was whack. I liked the actress. I thought she was cute.
That's what I'm talking about.
But that don't mean shit, bro. She was not Sarah Connor.
She didn't know.
To me, I was like, oh, so we're supposed to believe that this chick is supposed to be the leader of the resistance. She's the new Sarah Connor. No, not even. She's the new John Connor.
John Connor.
I didn't believe it. I mean, I knew from the moment that they said that she went back in time to protect her, and then Sarah Connor was trying to say, "Oh, it's your womb. You it's not you. It's the person that you give birth to." I'm like, nah, it's not that easy. Especially because they didn't confirm it. Because Mackenzie Davis, she didn't say shit. She was quiet the whole time. I'm like, they're gonna say later on in this movie that this chick is gonna be the one that was the leader.
Yeah, she's the leader and shit.
And then when she said that someone saved her, I'm like, oh, watch it be her. Watch it be a future version of her. And I thought they were going to show like a different actress playing her.
That's what I was expecting.
I was expecting that, like an older version of her, or at least her, but like, you know, they made it so that she looked, like she was in her 40s, 50s.
I wonder how old she is in the movie itself. Like, how old is the actress? In her 20s?
Yeah, she was in her early 20s in the movie. Because she had wasn't that brother older?
Yeah, it was the older brother.
Yeah.
I thought, I don't know. I thought she was going to college.
I don't know. Even still, man, I didn't believe her story. I didn't believe her being the leader of everything. Especially because she wasn't, even strong-willed until like towards the end of the movie, and I didn't believe that shit at all either. When she was like, she's like, we got to make a stand. Fuck that shit.
This is supposed to be the first of a trilogy. I don't think that trilogy moving forward now, especially with the money.
Listen.
Who said that? Yeah, I remember you said that before. Where did you read that?
The story was booty.
Nah.
I was there for the action scenes.
Whack. The story wasn't bad. The story was actually pretty good.
You bugging.
It
The
was a bit
story was
different. It was
booty.
something different.
It was booty, bro.
What made it booty?
First of all right. The way that what you just said earlier, that when they showed her in the future, that bitch looked the same. And it was supposed to be like 40 years in the future, right? Or so.
Nah, not that much. It wasn't that many years.
It wasn't that many years, bro. It must have been at least 10 to 15
It was like
tops.
Thank you. Yo, shout out to High Ruler Hunter, dog. He said this movie was directed by Soulja Boy. That's a fact.
Because that story was whack.
The story was whack, bro. Like, look. All right, look. I'm gonna tell you this much.
Okay.
The T-800 dude, all right?
Mm-hmm.
That whole concept was whack because it didn't make sense at all whatsoever. Like how you said, what they sent 2 of them to go back in time, and then after the other one succeed on letting him live, some other dude that looks the same came and killed them.
Because
No.
probably impatient in the future. Like, yo, man, this guy's taking too long, man. Just send another one.
Nah, bro, that shit.
This thing is still around, man.
That shit booty.
ain't work.
That shit booty. Now,
That's
this
what times,
bitch
bro.
getting coordinates from somebody that he don't know who the fuck it is. She would not go and follow those coordinates all the time. Like, once she found the first Terminator, she's like, oh, nah, I gotta find who the fuck is sending me
She
to these
tried.
Terminators.
She said she tried, but she couldn't.
Oh, but it was easy as hell for all 3 of them to find it.
No, it was because the other chick, Mackenzie Davis, was like, "Let me see your phone," and then she was like, "What are you doing?" She's like, "Future shit," and she just grabbed that shit and hacked it with her finger.
Okay, and you gonna tell me that this chick knew people in the Pentagon, my nigga? Are you gonna tell me that
There's
she
no
couldn't?
Pentagon in the future.
I'm talking about the old lady, the chick that was getting the message.
He's saying that Sarah Connor had her ties
Yes.
with military. and
Exactly.
she
Which
could-
you saw later on in the movie.
it was one dude, yeah.
It don't matter, but he was high ranked to the
was
point
very
that
high-ranking,
that,
though.
got him a fucking whole plane. You feel me? You gotta tell me you're not gonna take the phone and be like, yo, can you find out whose man's this is? So I could pull up to his crib and see why he keeps sending me with all these Terminators keep coming out of. You feel me?
He
So,
hacked
yeah.
it, bro. Don't forget, he's from the future, so his technology is still more advanced than us.
Yeah.
Regardless if that future doesn't exist anymore.
Nah, bro.
Listen, man, the Terminator
Story
All right.
booty. Where it had is inconsistencies like my wife after I get home from work.
I know, I read that, so I laughed.
So yeah, man. I mean, the action scene lit. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Them shits was lit, and I thought they were gonna be a little bit too repetitive
Or cheesy.
or you know.
I was glad that they did callbacks like they do in all of the Terminator movies when they always have to throw the "I'll be back" bullshit,
back.
right? But it was nice how they did some of them. They switched it and they had Sarah Connor say, "I'll be back," right? Not even like "I'll be back" or "I'll be back." I forgot how she said it, but
Her
she said
version,
it.
though.
Her version,
of the term.
right?
Was the first.
And then the one where you saw the T-800. Oh, no, before that. Mackenzie Davis has said, before Sarah Connor came in, when she first came up to Danny, instead of saying, "Come with me if you want to live," she says, "Come with me if you want to stay alive." I'm like, all right. So it's a nice little callback, but it's a new thing. All right. And then the one that took the cake from me was when the T-800 car was looking in the mirror before he left.
Oh, yeah, I remember
And he
this.
looked down and he saw the glasses and he picked it up and he ain't put them on. I was like, yo, no, they not. No, they not about to do this. And I'm glad they didn't do it because it wouldn't have made sense.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't the same T-800 that had the glasses on. I don't even know why they were there in the first place.
It was sunny.
It was just a little callback.
But it
I
was
guess.
dope. It was, yeah, like it was a dope callback. I was like, okay, I like it. I like the way they did that.
Other than that, the movie was it's visually all right. It's visually good to go see.
You bugging.
Action
I
scenes,
will watch it again for the story.
Nah,
I'll watch it
I'm
again for the story.
They could
this
keep
time
that
you
whole
watch it
trilogy.
Again, you watch it all in one shot this time.
Yeah, because that intro, that shit was too lit for us to miss, and we missed it.
That was one of the inconsistencies, bro.
Yeah,
It don't
but
matter,
one of the
bro.
major
inconsistencies. You know what? You know what was even a bigger inconsistency than the fucking intro? Us not seeing it and making it on time. That's an inconsistency to our record, to our track record, bro.
Because we get there
always-
as soon as
As
the
soon
movie
as the movie
starts.
starts, fuck all
Like
that
the
trailer
like
bullshit.
the dun 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 dun
Yeah.
dun dun dun
we
dun dun
blame
dun.
Chick-fil-A for
And
this
we
one.
there.
No, Popeyes.
Popeyes, bro, and
Popeyes.
Chick-fil-A.
Popeyes.
Both of them. Because this motherfucker drove to Chick-fil-A first, and
It was closed on a
how
Sunday.
dumb were we to go there on a Sunday thinking they would be open? Kanye told us already. Kanye told us like Chick-fil-A is not open on
High
Sundays.
ruler said, "I want whatever Prank smoking."
Yo, I'm telling you, it's this thing called life. Get up on it, son.
But listen, one movie we did have under our belt that we made last before we broke the record. Dr. Sleep.
Yeah, Dr. Sleep. And we made it just in time for that one.
What is this freaking again with
No.
Chris?
This is supposed to be. It's not supposed to look like this. It was actually better when you see it on the computer. But it's supposed to be a mix between the cover of the book and the actual movie, and then the background is supposed to be a callback to The Shining, if I'm not mistaken. But
Yes.
from the book, right? I mean the movie.
Yeah, the movie in the middle with the little kid, that's The Shining. The other parts are from Dr. Sleep the film and Dr. Sleep the book.
Yeah. No, I meant the design. Isn't that from the carpet in
Yeah,
The
the
Shining?
carpet from The Shining.
Yeah. Yeah, so this movie, this shit was dope as fuck too.
Yes.
I-
Wait, but let's start with your book report.
Okay.
Okay, let's start with that. Review your book,
All right.
and then we'll
Books.
It was books.
Well, I read both The Shining and Doctor Sleep.
Okay.
I didn't read one right after the other. You know, I had a few months in between, but relatively, soon after. So it was still fresh in my mind. I hadn't seen The Shining, the actual movie. And if I did, it was back when I was a kid, and I remember maybe parts of it. But I know from pop culture references and everything, the major plot points and the major things that happen. None of that shit really happens in the book. So when I read the book, I was expecting to, get to the chapter where you see the elevator and you see the blood come out the elevator. Never happens. I was expecting to hear about the twins that this motherfucker was riding his little bike and he runs into him. Doesn't happen. This motherfucker doesn't even have a little bike. But he does have the ability, the power to be able to read people's minds. In the book, they specifically explain what it's called, what it does, and everything. And he actually, the little kid, he learns all of this from some black dude who ends up being the cook of the Overlook Hotel. Dick Halloway. No, it's Dick Halloran. Not Holloway, but good try. And this guy, he basically has the same ability, and he's had it for years. So he starts to shine with Danny, Jack Torrance's son, and he starts to let him know that, look, kid, what you have is a gift, and don't let anybody tell you any different. You're not the only one that has it, and I can teach you how to do it, basically. And in the book, Dick Halloran, he ends up leaving the Overlook Hotel as soon as Danny moves in. So he doesn't really spend that much time with Danny. But he makes a promise to Danny because he knows that the Overlook Hotel is evil. He makes a promise to Danny to always be able to be there for him. All he has to do is shine.
This is the book, right?
This is the book, yeah.
Okay.
So this motherfucker has the ability to do a shine from miles away, because Dick Halloran ends up moving to like Florida, and then in the books things start to happen, and Jack Torrance starts to get crazy from things that happen in the hotel, and Danny starts to get scared and shit, and he starts to try to shine to Dick, and Dick starts to feel like something crazy is happening, right? Word. Halloran. I call him Halloran. Halloran starts to feel some crazy shit.
Shining on Dick, like what?
he starts feeling crazy shit, so he gets like the feeling that he has to go back. So he starts to make his way back up to the Overlook. All while this is happening, Jack just gets weirder and more crazier, and you start seeing crazy things happen in a room with an old lady in a bathtub. That shit that happened in the movie parts of that actually happen in the book.
Okay.
But then the whole part where Jack goes crazy and he starts to chase him in the maze, or he gets left in the maze and he freezes outside, none of that happens in the book. He ends up trying to kill them, but then Halloran actually makes it back to the hotel, and he helps the mother and the boy get out. But before they do that, they set the furnace, basically like the way they do in in the one that we're about to talk to. They do
Dr.
something
Sleep.
right. They do something with the furnace to make it basically set on fire to blow up the hotel with Jack still inside. So Jack burned down with the hotel in the book.
In the book, Jack is the guy.
It's his father.
Okay.
He's Jack Nicholson in the
movie. In The Shining.
In The Shining, in the movie. So then, fast forward, you get Doctor Sleep. Doctor Sleep is a sequel to that book that centers around Danny Torrance when he grows up as a kid, as a guy, right?
As an adult.
As an adult.
Is it his only sequel to a book as well?
Who? Stephen King? No.
Yeah. He's made another sequel to another book.
He's got a trilogy to Mr. Mercedes, I think.
Yeah, sure, he does.
And I haven't read the other two books, but I read Mr.
Dark
Mercedes.
Tower is a pretty
and
serious.
Dark Tower. All of his characters are somewhat in the same universe. Like he has his own universe, and somehow they all kind of like there's references to other books and things from other books in some of his stories. Like it's like Quentin Tarantino when he does like the same type of brand of cigarettes, like things like that. He uses certain elements in all his stories. But anyway, in Doctor Sleep, the book, Halloran is still alive, and they start off with the epilogue where Danny he's still trying to cope with everything that happened with his pops, but he's having a hard time and he's not really talking and shit. And something happens, and the mom reaches out to Halloran, and he ends up meeting up with Danny, and they talk and shit. And he basically tells him, that it's okay to, be afraid and shit like that, but, you got to grow up, you got to move on type bullshit, da-da-da. Then Halloran dies a little bit after that. And then Danny's mom dies. Then, past years later, this motherfucker's an adult and he's following his father's footsteps. He's a fucking alcoholic. He meets random girls in bars. He fucks them. That whole story that happened in the movie where he actually hooked up with some chick and doesn't remember who he was with, and there was a baby in the room and it ends up being her baby, that happened in the book. That actually happened. Him then going on a bus, going to another town, getting a job as the train conductor for the teeny town shit, that happens in the book too. All that shit happens in the book. The things that don't happen are a little bit more backstory with Abra, which is the little girl that he ends up having a connection with, who's like the star of the movie.
I heard there was a dark moment in there in the book that they didn't do in the film. Do you know what I'm talking about?
The Schmeat.
A dark moment.
It was a dark Schmeat.
It was too dark for to put in the movie. It would have thrown the pacing.
It was like a dark Schmeat.
It was something brutal. I just don't recall what it is, but that's what I'm asking if you know.
They cut a dark Schmeat.
No, I can't remember. I mean, the certain elements that's coming to my mind. I know that the grandma
to do with The Shining though. I had to do something with The Shining.
with the actual power.
Yeah. Oh, the grandma.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna get to. The grandmother died,
I would have banged that mom.
but it wasn't a dark moment.
We see we're gonna bang the grandma.
Yo, who in the chat will bang the lady from Doctor Sleep? The one in the bathtub. That bitch look good.
Nah, chill. But all in all, the book was a great read, but the movie was awesome. The movie was a good adaptation. I was just watching it and just certain parts threw me off because I was confused. I knew that it was supposed to be a sequel, a spiritual sequel to the original Shining movie, but I didn't think it was gonna be a direct sequel. Like they had so many elements and callbacks to that movie that I was thinking, damn, so this isn't a real sequel to that movie. It sounded like a adaptation of the book, which,
Where's the bear?
well, fuck that bear. That bear
Listen,
wasn't in the book either.
Listen,
None of
I
that shit was
watched-
in the book, bro.
I watched. Listen, out of all three of us have different perspectives on this movie because you read the books.
Yeah.
I seen the original Shining, so
This
there's
nigga wanted to
lot
see
of
a bear giving
callbacks.
head.
And yeah, the bear shit disappointed me because I want to see that nigga actually finish the job.
Man.
It had a lot of callbacks. It had a lot of
You know what
reference.
was
The
one of the-
beginning and the ending of The Shining had a lot to do with The Shining.
One of the best things about this movie, in my opinion, was Rose the Hat.
She was dope.
She was so dope.
And hot.
She was hot. Oh my gosh, she was hot. And the one part of the movie that I keep thinking about every time I think about this movie, I want to see it again, is the cerebral moment. The part where she fucking turns into Professor X.
And she's just floating.
And she's just floating, and she's like fucking American Airlines. She's just flying around the fucking earth.
But she's staying still while everybody else is moving around her,
That
which
shit
is dope.
bro. That shit is so fucking dope to be able to do that, yo. Like, imagine you have that power. You stand still, but you can, you could project your fucking mind, and basically like a whole, your body.
You could be somewhere else while doing something else.
Yeah.
That's the Dr. Manhattan thing right there.
Where that's some the ancient one type shit.
Yeah, almost since Prank read the books, I watched the movie. You didn't know any of this. What
Nah.
do you think of the movie?
Okay, well, the movie had me on my toes. I'm gonna tell you that much. It wasn't more that I was feeling scared. It was more suspenseful, right? Like, oh shit, when is there gonna be a jump? Because there was a couple jumps in the beginning. There was like a couple of like scares, like type shit. Not a screaming, but you know what I mean, like a noise or something like that, or even a song could put you on your toes. The way that they explain the story, right, without me even reading the book or even seeing the first Shining, they explain the story pretty well. The flashbacks of the guy going back to when he was a kid, and then they showed scenes of The Shining, right? I didn't see the movie, so like I didn't read the book. So to me, everything was just taken in as it is, and they explained to me how he was a kid. He went to the hotel. Everything went crazy. He had to get away from that hotel with his mom's, right?
They went to Florida.
Yes, they put that up all together in the beginning, and then they showed me when he's all grown up now, and like you said, he's becoming an alcoholic, blah blah blah, all this stuff. Then he gets to meet, not really meet, but start talking through Shining with this little girl, right? Which he doesn't know is a little girl, and they're doing the wall stuff where she's saying hi, good morning, and blah 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 blah. So like an overall movie, the story was pretty good, right? The scene was pretty good. Everything, how they explained it to me, how they show some of the scary stuff. The only thing that I must say that it was a little bit how to tell you, it threw me off a little bit, right? Is when they're at the hotel at the end, right? When everybody's dead, the little girl's family, well, the pops is dead, the mom is somewhere else cheating on the pops.
Nah, she visiting the moms, the grandma.
Bro, she was doing something different. She was visiting no grandma. And
Which that didn't happen in the book. The pops did not die, by the way.
the pops didn't die. Okay. And then the friend of what's his name?
Oh,
Dr. Sleep's name?
Billy.
Yeah.
That was a crazy scene.
When they killed him.
He killed himself, bro.
I mean,
she
yeah.
made him kill himself.
Yeah,
that
she
was
made him kill
fucked
himself.
up.
Yo, and not for nothing, some of these powers are like pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie.
They called the snake bite Andy. She had the pushing power, so she could make you do shit.
Yeah, and how you said when the the Hat, right? That's
Rose
the
the
name.
Hat.
Rose the Hat started looking for the girl, and she had like this whole outer body experience where
She was the most powerful one, but Abra was something else.
yeah, she was
Abracadabra,
way
bro.
she was way more
Abracadabra.
powerful.
That was something else. Yeah.
What like I was gonna say is like what threw me off is when they went through the hotel, and apparently there was only one way in, one way out, right? Okay, cool. What did he have to wake up in the hotel? Because to tell you the truth, all he had to do was open all the coffins in his head.
Nah,
No?
no.
So the hotel itself had something in it that had to wake up. And then he released all the coffins.
Yes,
Yeah.
because in the movie, all those ghosts were around him as a kid, and then he buried them within those coffins in his head because it
Those
stuck
boxes.
with him.
Yeah.
Okay, so but who did he wake up at the hotel? Was it the guy that was serving them liquor?
He
That was
woke up.
his-
He just woke up the hotel.
He woke up everybody in the hotel, and his father in the movie was absorbed into the hotel
Yeah.
as a ghost.
Okay, I understand. Okay, so he never put his father in the coffin then.
No.
No, his father was
And
always lingering around
there
there.
were way more ghosts in the hotel that he never put in the coffin.
Correct.
No, he did.
Now, he didn't put every single one. He put the ones that he remembered. There was more, though.
There was that dog that this nigga was talking about giving head.
No, the
Bear.
bear. But no, he had all of them in the boxes.
He didn't have the bear, bro.
Bro, they just didn't give a fuck about the bear.
He didn't see the bear because he was too young for that.
Okay, but still, the ghosts, whether he was too young to remember or not, were still around. They were still following him. That's the memories of those ghosts were in the boxes.
Yeah, which
Right.
is the ones that he came across. He never came across a bear.
Okay,
His
well,
mom came across a bear.
okay, so that makes
Oh.
sense now.
Okay.
So
Now that
why the
makes
fuck
sense.
are you still wanting to know why the
About
bear
the
didn't
bear,
come,
nigga,
right?
exactly.
If you
The
know
mom
the
is
answer to
dead.
the fucking question, you know what?
The mom
'Cause
is
He should have
dead.
been.
You know
he
what,
should have been in
man?
the. He should have been in the building already.
Nah, get out of here, my man. So and the way that they finished it, it was pretty good. Yo, what did fucking had me a little bit nervous was how they sucked the steam out of the kids.
The little
that
boy in
shit had you
particular,
on
the
edge.
baseball boy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro. That I was like, and then they turned like this like black brownish.
Their eyes turned black and
It was,
shit. It was
oh my
weird.
god, it was just weird. It was just
glowed.
definitely
Nah,
weird.
the shit that got me was when they were pushing it. When they were
Oh,
pushing
when
it.
they were pushing it, and then the,
and then the
steam
steam
would come
kept
off.
coming out, like when he was screaming.
Oh, my
And
God.
then he was dead, and they were still.
But they were pushing the wound. They weren't
Yeah.
even pushing the
Nah.
thing. They were just
They were just pushing the wound because when he gets in pain, it comes out.
it purifies it.
Yeah, and then when he was dead and you saw just a lifeless corpse, they just kept pushing that shit just to get every last
Trying-
bit of
yeah.
air, every last bit of fucking
Steam.
life.
It had his moments. His film was good.
It was
a really
good.
good film.
They
I'm
started
not gonna
having
lie, it was good.
orgies when they started when the old guy died. They all just like
Yeah,
waited and they
that
just
was insane.
like a fucking
That's like cannibalism, my niggas.
yo. But anyway, man, we want to say thank you guys for tuning in today. Make sure you guys watch these movies. Make sure you watch the show. Make sure you subscribe to the show Previously on Today. Make sure you follow us on Instagram on Previously on Today.
Make sure you like, share, comment,
And
share with your
subscribe.
friends. Freaking
Again.
copy and paste that shit to everybody on your phone list
Yeah.
and send that bitch. And y'all done y'all part. That's it. That's all I want from y'all. That's it. You heard?
And tune in next week.
That's a fact.
Tune in next week.
Tune in. Well,
can
if
do
you
it.
like the show, tune
Nah.
in next week.
Still tune in.
No, if you like the show, I want you guys to enjoy the show. Thank you for coming. Thanks to everybody that was in the live chat. Thanks to everybody that was just watching it live, because there's definitely more people
Thanks
that's
to
watching it
Speech,
live.
Thanks to Marv.
Yes.
Thanks to everyone. We out.